What's good, everyone, and welcome back to another video. I'm here today to talk about one of my most cherished gaming memories. I mentioned a few weeks back that I actually started playing FPS games on PC long before my early days of Medal of Honor, Time Splitters, and Halo CE. In fact, it all began with a demo disc. Yes! Those things that don't exist anymore, which is a real shame and something we'll have to talk about in the future. I think it was a PC Gamer demo disc, back when the magazines used to ship demo discs with them. Man, what an era. I still have all of my old official PlayStation Magazine demo discs. Back then I would try literally everything I could before ever considering to buy something. On this particular disc was a demo for Unreal Tournament 2003. For those who've never played UT, here's the rundown. It was an arena shooter during the age of great arena shooters. It offered a counterpoint to Quake, with a slightly different take on movement and a serious emphasis on attitude. Legendary dev Cliff Bleszinski and the team at Epic Games brought to life one of the most blistering fast yet intense fun shooter series of all time. Back then our internet connection at home was terrible dial-up, and our home PC wasn't good enough to run the demo. So late, after hours, my dad would let me use his office PC to play a few games here and there, and oh my gosh, dude, those memories are so vivid. I remember the most insane speed that the game played at. I'd never experienced anything like that previously, and at this point I'd played some Half-Life, an old Rainbow Six game on PC, as well as Desert Storm Shooter, or some Desert Storm Shooter that I kind of remember a little about. But this was something different. Adrenaline-fueled insanity, fair starts for everyone, tightly designed maps, weapon pickups spread out carefully around the play space. I probably got fragged a ton, but every pick I got was extremely rewarding. I can't emphasize just how fast and smooth the game played. Epic always put a massive emphasis on their games running rock solid and a masterful knowledge of the Unreal Engine. And by the way, the footage you're seeing here is actually from the original Unreal Tournament 2003 demo that I was playing over a decade ago. Now let's fast forward a little bit. I never ended up purchasing a copy of UT 2003, but I did, however, get on sale a copy of Unreal Tournament 2004. And here's where the real memories begin to become more meaningful. UT 2004 was a jam-packed game full of a ton of maps, player customization, a lot of game modes, including the giant vehicle-based mode of Onslaught. UT 2004 also had a robust set of AI bots that you could play with offline to train with. At this point, our internet was still pretty terrible at home. In fact, I wouldn't get decent net until I went to university many years later. That didn't stop me from slamming a lot of playtime into bot matches. The game was just that fun. I'd set up bot games and play, and play, and play. UT 2004 also gave me an even deeper level of appreciation for the developers over at Epic, as they included a second disc that gave you a full copy of their map designing software with tons of assets and resources, and video tutorials that taught you how to build levels, work on character models, and I believe even some scripting tools. It's just incredible, inspiring, and a total package. I loved that game, even though I rarely ever played it online. Now let's jump to the modern day. We have Unreal Tournament. A lot of folks at Epic have moved on to different areas of the gaming industry, but a new Unreal Tournament that is free to play is available to all PC players. It appears it is still in alpha or pre-alpha stages according to a lot of the on-screen tooltips, but dang does it play well. After a few hours, I'm happy to say they recaptured a ton of the old Unreal Tournament goodness. The maps, weapons, sounds, movement, and most importantly, speed of the game are all so addicting. Instantly, I was brought back to those good old younger memories when I was a kid at 8 p.m. playing some UT 2003 on my dad's work PC, desperately just trying to live long enough to grab rockets to try for a frag. The game runs really smoothly, as you would expect. Features a wide array of a lot of the classic maps, a good tutorial system for new players, and also features some AI bots just like the good old days, to give yourself a chance to warm up before hopping into the world of online. I'm not really sure how active the player base is, to be honest. I haven't played enough yet to get a great feel. So far though, I've had no issues finding lobbies. The underlying Unreal attitude of over-the-topness in every aspect feels a little bit muted in the new Unreal Tournament, specifically in the characters. In the older Unreals, you had some truly outrageous characters. Who knows though, the game is still in development, and overall it's something I'm really happy that it exists. If you've never gotten to sample the raw speed and intoxicating movement of a classic arena shooter, then give Unreal Tournament a try. It has a very important legacy to shooters, and is a title worth sampling for every FPS enthusiast. Part of me can't help but being a little bit sad that this type of shooter has really faded from popularity. Quake Champions is the next game on my list to try, and when the closed beta servers come back online this weekend, I'll be there diving right in. Quake and Unreal were massively popular back in the early 2000s, and yet over time have faded from the limelight. I don't know exactly why that is. I still find the gameplay to be very engaging. Shooters in general seem to be in an odd place, searching for identity and trying to find their spot in the universe. Going back to UT reminds us of an era where unabashedly shooters knew what they were and what they were trying to be. Unreal Tournament oozes of attitude, and the devs built it from the ground up to be fun, the type of game that they would want to play. Will Quake Champions breathe some life into the arena shooter genre? Not sure. I know I'll be excited to play it. The arena shooter and PC shooters in general are evolving and searching for their new identity. Champion-based games like Overwatch and Paladins no doubt will tempt more industry devs to push toward a similar formula. But is that the next evolution for shooters, the next big thing? Overwatch is a brilliant game. I love so many aspects about it, but I can't help but feeling that it isn't the final stop for FPS evolution. Rather, a very well designed and executed experience, one that will be a catalyst for devs to strive for in the next step for fun shooters. That'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments below if you ever got to play some of these classic PC shooters, and if so, which one was your favorite? If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.